But we begin here at 4 with an update on Oregon's stalled Senate and the Republican-led walkouts. Republican senators now say that they will return, but not until the last day of the session, more than a month from now. Democrats say that's just not an option. Evan Watson joins us. And Evan, you've been following this each step of the way for us. So is this just more political gamesmanship?
Well, essentially, yes. Senate Republicans say they'll return with just hours to spare, all to pass, quote, substantially bipartisan budgets and bills. But this proposed tactic is still in effect, an effort to stop bills that Republicans don't like. And Democrats have already said they won't let this happen. So far, 10 members of the Oregon Senate, 9 Republicans and 1 independent, have reached the limit of 10 unexcused absences for failing to show up and vote on bills. That means they're disqualified from re-election under Measure 113, even though Republicans plan to challenge that law in court. But the walkouts have stopped the passage of Democrat-sponsored bills on reproductive health care and gun regulation. The Senate doesn't have enough present members to vote. Now, Oregon Republicans say they'll end their standoff on June 25th, the last day of the legislative session, but it's unclear how they plan to force the Senate, which has a Democratic majority, to only vote on the bills that Republicans like or view as bipartisan. On Thursday in Salem, I interviewed Republican Tim Knopp, the minority leader in the Senate. We were talking about this exact idea. Republican senators coming back to session right at the death. You'll hear my question to him here off camera and his response.
You can't just say, like the Democrats have, that we will pick and choose which rules and laws that we're going to abide by.
Now, if you come back on the last day, for example, of the session to vote on a budget or a couple of other things, wouldn't that be pick and choosing which bills you're voting on?
Well, we've always said that I said from the very beginning before the session started that if they wanted to be bipartisan, we're all in for that. If they wanted to to move a leftist progressive national agenda, we'll fight them every step of the way.
Democrat Rob Wagner, Senate president, said last week that he will not let the Republicans return with 12 hours left and determine the bills and budgets that they want to vote on. Wagner said that's not what democracy is. It just isn't, and he'll stick to that standard. So once again, the two parties have no clear path forward. Brittany.
All right. Thanks so much, Evan, for that update.